Well, hello, hello, hello. This is a tiny sculpture that my husband bought when we went on vacation to Mexico. And he really liked it, and of course, had to have a souvenir. And this is what he chose. I think it's really beautiful. It's made out of wood, and you could tell that it was carved, and you could feel the texture in the beard and on the shirt. And then these pieces of leather and metal are attached all over his robe. And I like it. It's really cool. Um, so this is a tiny sculpture that I have. I've been thinking about ways to make art that can stand on its own that's a sculpture. We even have this little tiny owl. And this is a really light pink stone. And it's been carved out of this little pink stone. And it feels cold and smooth in some places, and then I could feel texture in other places. Sculptures are really cool. So while I was thinking about sculptures, I decided to make one. And I used things that I have around the house that I have saved for the purpose of making things. So I have these twist ties that I've already started to put together. These came wrapped around cilantro, which is a little herb that I like to put in my guacamole. And I can make it stand up. It looks like 4 legs. Looks like a little animal, right? Well, I thought to make this because I've already made a person. Would you like to meet him? Good, I'm glad you are. This is my aluminum foil buddy. And he was made with aluminum foil wrapped around twist ties, just like these. Now these are really long twist ties because these are the ones that are wrapped around vegetables at the grocery store. And I thought these are sort of like chenille sticks, or what we call pipe cleaners sometimes. And you can bend them and they'll stay in place the way that you put them. So I said, I see possibilities with this. I could make something. So I saved them. So having saved them was a good idea. I'm glad I did. So now I'm going to make a pet for my aluminum foil guy. And I just have him sitting right here on top of my Rubik's Cube. So I ran out of this cilantro twist ties. I ran out. These weren't as long as those. This was wrapped around some kale, I believe. And it was 2 long ones about this long. Yeah, this long. But these were much shorter because cilantro comes in smaller quantities. So I found some of these in my kitchen drawer. Twist ties from the garbage bags. So I'm going to add more details to my sculpture using these twist ties before I add the foil. I love that you can just make it how you want it and change it around and twist it around and so on and so forth. So I'm adding a head. I just made a little loop. I added a head. And now I'm going to add a tail. I'm just going to wrap this around the back part of this body. Then I think I need to bring it up from between the legs because that's where the tail goes, like that in the back. So there's a head and a tail. Good. I think I'll start wrapping foil around the frame of it's like a skeleton. So I'm just going to use foil, and this foil, you don't need scissors, you can just tear it. So I'll start wrapping it around. I'll wrap around the body. And I'm just going to wrap around and wrap around a few times because I don't want him to be too skinny. I want him to be a healthy pet. And I guess these guys will hang out on my art table because he doesn't hang out over here. He's a souvenir. He's kind of precious to my husband. But these are going to be my aluminum foil buddies. And I'm thinking of names, and I've already figured out the name of the dog. The name of the dog, because he's made from foil, is going to be Doyle. Doyle the dog. Doyle is made from foil. His name is going to be Doyle. And he's going to be a friendly companion for this young man. His name is going to be, let me keep thinking about that. So I'm wrapping it around and around. I'm trying to cover up all of that twist tie. And bend the foot. Got to make him have a paw. I'm going to bend the foot now. There's his paw. Doyle the foil dog. There's one paw. This little doggy. Every boy needs a dog. Aluminum foil. Doyle and I know, Lou. Your name will be Lou for aluminum foil. Lou. This is Lou, y'all. This is Lou and Doyle. Lou and Doyle, made from aluminum foil. So I'm wrapping it around and around and around and around. And then I squeeze it on to get it to be about the right size. And I'm going to try to make sure I make the legs the same height. So I'm going to roll the bottom in. And yeah, I think that's about right. So there's two paws in the back. Paws in the back. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to keep working on this. And I'm going to add some foil around the head. And some more foil around the head. Doyle is made of foil. I wonder, do aluminum dogs bark too? Or do they make a different noise? Yeah, they bark too. Doyle. The head's coming along. So if you're ever inspired to make one of these, make sure you get permission from whoever does the cooking in your house, because they might not want you to use up too much of the aluminum foil if they need to use it for the grill, for cooking some meat, or for something they need to cook in the oven. They might not want you using up all the household supplies. But I guarantee you can just use one sheet of foil to make Doyle and another sheet of foil to make Lou, or whoever you name yours to be. You have the right to name yours whatever you like. Okay. The good thing about the foil is that it bends and twists, and you can make it go whatever direction you need it to go in. There's no exact science to this. It's like you're making it up as you go along. So, yeah. So I'm going to make this come up and around this leg and then around this tail. Make this one come around in this direction. That head looks wiggly. I'm going to have to tighten that up. Oh no! It fell off. I'll have to go back and fix it. So here's the tail. This is not easy, but it's fun. Let me squeeze some more. That tail looks fatter than any dog's tail I've ever seen, so I'm squeezing it. And this foil is getting thinner and thinner. Good. I think I just need a tiny piece to finish the rest of this tail. So I'll take just a skinny piece like this and wrap it around a few times to make sure the end of the tail, the blue part of the twist tie, needs to be covered up. Oops. Now twist that around. There's the tail. I think that's going to stay with the body. Good. Okay, head. This part was tucked in somewhere in here. Yep. This is going to be awesome when it's done. I can see it coming together. Look at that. It's coming together.